Can you imagine a game where you fight, modify your deck and eat your enemies, all in a surreal world full of shrooms? Well, that's exactly what Shroom and Gloom offers on itch.io. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to download the free prototype and experience it for yourself. Stay tuned to find out why this unique early access game might just be your next obsession. This isn't sponsored, I found this game and I really enjoyed it. Alright, let's talk about Shroom and Gloom. Shroom and Gloom is a combination of a roguelike deck builder and a dungeon crawler. The game has monsters, cards, cooking and some truly bizarre mechanics that makes it stand out from the crowd. One of the special things about this game is that you don't just build a deck for combat, you also build a deck for exploration. So you'll have two separate decks. One is your combat deck, which you'll use to battle these weird and wild mushroom enemies, and the other is your exploration deck, which lets you modify cards, navigate the dungeon, and unlock new abilities. This isn't just your typical deck building game, it's a whole new level of strategy that forces you to think on your feet. But let's talk about the thing that really sets this game apart. The core of the game is how you grow and transform your cards. You start with basic, low-level cards that have pretty basic attacks, or just simple ways to defend yourself. But over time, you can actually grow these cards into huge combos and powerful abominations. Imagine having a tiny mushroom card that, with little love, turns into a game-breaking super attack. In this game, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving and adapting your deck into a weapon of mass destruction. Now, let's talk about the combat, because this game is all about roasting your enemies. Forget about blocking, parrying or dodging. Shroom and Gloom lets you take a more direct approach. Instead of just defending yourself, you get to eat your enemies for health. You roast them on a fire, skewer them on a stick and chow down like you're at a barbecue event. Not only is it a fun little twist on the usual mechanics, but it also gives you an incentive to keep slaying those fungi. And it doesn't stop there. If you're feeling extra ambitious, you can toss these roasted enemies into a pot and cook up some game-changing soups. These soups aren't just for show, they can actually give you powerful buffs or unlock new abilities that might turn the tide of battle in your favor. It's gross, it's weird and it's kinda awesome. But there is a catch. Shroom and Gloom is still in early prototype form, and while it's got a lot going for it, you'll definitely notice some rough edges here and there. It's not the most polished experience yet, but that's the beauty of it. The game is still in development and the devs are clearly passionate about what they're creating. They're aiming to make a full game which will include hundreds of cards, deep meta progression and a ton of unique enemies to keep you coming back for more. So, what can you do right now? Well, you can grab the prototype on itch.io for free. And while the prototype doesn't have everything the devs plan to include in the final version, there's still plenty of content to sink your teeth into. You get a taste of the gameplay, the evolving cards and the strange, surreal world that the devs have built. And hey, your feedback can actually shape how the game progresses. Pretty cool, right? Downloading the game is super easy. You just head over to itch.io, find Shroom and Gloom, and hit that download button. If you want to, you can support the dev by giving a few dollars for the game. Then you go to the map and open Shroom and Gloom. Dive in and start exploring the dungeon, building your decks and eating your enemies. Trust me, this is one of those games you'll want to get into early. If you do that, you'll be able to say, hey, I was a part of the first wave that helped make Shroom and Gloom a full game. To wrap things up, if you're looking for something that feels fresh, give Gloom and Shroom a try. If you love roguelike deck builders, I know you'll love this game. In my videos, I talk a lot about how to find hidden gems, and in my opinion, this is truly a hidden gem. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, comment, donate, masturbate.